Hello students, welcome to fifth module of Swedan Karma. Today we will be covering Samyak, Ayog and Ati Yog Lakshan of Swedan Karma as well as the treatment which is to be given in case of Ati Yog along with a very important topic that is Sthani Basti which includes Kati Basti, Janu Basti, Griva Basti, etc. While describing the Samyak Yog Lakshan, Acharya Charak states शीत शूल व्यूह करके स्तंभ गौरव निग्रहे संजाते मार्दवे स्वेदे स्वेदनाथ वीर अतिपता and Acharya Sushruत says स्वेदः स्त्रावो व्याधि हनि लघुत्वम शीतार्थित्वम मार्दवम च आतुरस्य सम्यक शून्ये प्राहुरे मिथ्या शून्ये अत्येन एतत् एव. In brief, Samyak Swedan Lakshan include Shitoparam, that is reduction in feeling of coldness, Shuloparam, that is reduction of pain, Stambha Nigra, that is reduction of stiffness, Gaurav Nigra, that is reduction of heaviness. There will be softness in body, sweat will appear, and signs and symptoms of the disease will also decrease or disappear over a period of time. Also, Sushruta says patient will have a liking towards cold things. Apart from this, Acharya Sushruta has also given benefits of Sanchaman and Sanchodhan Swedan separately. While describing benefits of Sanchaman Swed, he states there will be Agni Dipti, Twaka Prasad, Bhakti Shraddha, Sroto Nirmalatva, Tandra Hanti, Nidra Hanti, and Stabd Sandhi Hanti. That is, there will be increased digestive capacity, imparts luster to the skin, there will be increased desire towards the food, body channels will be cleansed, stupor is removed, there will be reduction in excessive sleep, and stiffness will be reduced. While describing benefits of Sanchodhan Swed, Acharya Sushruta states that when Shodhanang Swedan is induced or performed after Snepan or Snehan, it helps in liquefaction of the doshas which are seated deeply in the dhatus, that is Shakagat dosh. And it also helps in preparing doshas for expulsion through Shodhan by bringing them back towards host. While explaining the importance of Swedan camp, Acharya Charak states, Shushkani api hi kasthani स्नेहस्वेदुपपादने नमयन्ति यथा न्यायम किम पुनर्जीवितो नराम. That is, proper snehan and swedan, just like when induced on a dry wooden stick, can help in bending it easily. They, when imparted on a human body, result in improved flexibility and revive the body channels. Also, following modalities are observed. That is, Swedan is Vatar and corrects imbalance of Vadosh and is more effective in conjunction with Snehan treatment. Mardaka. Swedan Karma improves the flexibility of body parts by reducing stiffness. It induces Agni Dipti, which improves in metabolism. Induces soft skin, that is Twakmardaka. It improves the functioning of skin and leads to excellent condition of dermis, that is Twak Prasad. Bhakti Shraddha, that is there is improvement or increase in interest to consume food. Sroto Shuddhi, all these channels are cleansed. Nidra Tadra Hanti, it improves the activity of sense organs and hence reduces sleep and drowsiness. That is excessive sleep and drowsiness. Sandhi Stabdhan Hanti, that is Swedan relieves the stiffness in joints and thus improves range of joint movements. And it is Shular, that is reduces pain. In Ayog Lakshan, there will be improper anuloman of Vata, Guruta, that is heaviness of body, Stabda Gatrata, that is increased stiffness throughout the body, and Glani and Krishna Vritti, that is there will be tiredness, weakness, and increase in thirst. While explaining Rati Yoga, it is stated that due to excessive swedan, there will be pitta and rakta prabhu, can lead to murcha, sharir sadan, increased thirst, that is Krishna, daha prachiti, स्वर दौर्बल्य, अंग दौर्बल्य, संधि पीड़ा, स्फोट उत्पत्ति and श्याव रक्तमंडल दर्शन, भ्रम, ज्वर, as well as chhardi. So, in nutshell, there will be symptoms which are similar to pitta and rakta prakop and rasaksha. In case of excessive swedan, it is stated that Grishma Ritu Sharya should be adopted and following procedure followed. Ann, which is Madhur, Sheet, Drav, or Snigdha in nature should be given to the patient. Drinks like which is made of cold water and sugar should be given. Patient should be kept in a sheath graha, that is air conditioned or air cooled room. Patient's body should be smeared with a paste of chandan or other sheath dravya. Pittagna or Pittashaman and Raktashaman Chikitsa should be adopted. Cold water should be sprinkled over the body, head, and face, as well as head low position maintained. Dehydration should be maintained according to symptoms. Lavan, Amla, Rasatmak Ahar, which is Ushna or Katu Dravya, should not be utilized. In case of sport or run, fermentation should be stopped immediately and oils which promote healing like Jatyavi Tel should be applied. Avoid landing in Ati Yoga and having to manage the symptoms. Various precautions have been placed and they are first, swimming shall be preceded by Abhyang and in cases where Abhyang is contraindicated, Abhyang or Snehan is contraindicated, then Ruksh Swed can be used. Swedan should be done at a place which is devoid of direct air entry. Temperature of Swedan current shall be tolerable to the patient. After completion of the process, patient should be advised to take warm water bath after a minimum of 1 hour, followed by light meal as per the disease. Swedan shall generally be done in empty stomach or when the previously taken meal has digested. To provide marmaraksha, eye should be covered with clean wet cloth, godum pind, or leaves of padma, utpal, palash, etc. before swimming. Heart should be touched repeatedly with muktavali, that is pulse, jalaj or jalagra hasta to provide marmaraksha to heart. Similarly, for longer duration procedures, marmaraksha by thalam is advisable. Sweden can be mild, moderate, or strong, that is mridu, madhyam, or mahan, depending upon the condition of the disease, patient, habitat, and season. Only according to this, a decision should be taken upon the type of Sweden to be induced. Generally, Sweden shall be done once daily, preferably in the morning hours on empty stomach, for a maximum of 30 days, depending upon the season and condition of the patient. Health part of Paschatkarma. Light Mardan, Ushna Jal Snan, Lagu Ahar, avoiding exposure to open air, that is, avoiding Prabhat Sevan, and avoiding contact with cold water shall be done after the Swedankar. The diet and regime during and after Swedankar includes that a Patya Ahar should be followed by the person who has undergone Snehan and or Swedan should not do Vyayam from that very day. That is, from the day Snehan or Swedan has been started. Acharya Sushruta has added that after Samyak Swedan, one should undergo light Mardan and should drink warm or lukewarm water only throughout the day. A person should remain in Nivat Sadan and have food which is unabhishandi in nature. So, if proper diet and regime and proper procedure have been followed, Ayog or Atiyog will not happen, and only Samyak Yog Lakshan will appear. Now we will move to another important topic, which is Sthanik Basti. Sthanik Basti, as our name suggests, is Basti which is given locally on certain body parts. Basti term literally means to stay or to reside. Vasu Nivase, Vas Achhadani. Therefore, in some local applications where oil is kept on external parts of the body, cooled to cover for a desired amount of time are termed as basti by adding adjective of the name of that region. For instance, if it is kept on lower back, it is called kati basti. If it is on janu, that is knee, it is called janu basti, and so on. The first of the treatments to be covered under Sthani Basti was Shiro Basti, which was covered under Murti Tel by Acharya Bhattar. The term Sthani Basti includes procedures like Kati Basti, Uro Basti, Janu Basti, Shiro Basti, Prisht Basti, Griva Basti, etc. Kati Basti is a very good treatment modality for low back pain, arthritis, etc. Uro Basti, as the name suggests, is done on ur, that is above heart, and should always be a mridu kind of square for cardiac disorders. Januvasti is performed for various Janu Sandhigat rogs, especially Sandhigat Vata. Shirobasti is very beneficial in treatment modalities of scalp and head. It is also very beneficial in other than Pakshaghat like disorders. Prishtvasti is done on various spinal disorders. Grivavasti is done for neck and cervical spondylitis like disorders. The procedure of Sthani Basti of every type is almost similar. For this, an artificial pit made up of dough, prepared preferably with marsh powder, is used. Tolerably heated oil is filled in this pit, and the temperature of this oil is maintained by frequently replacing cool oil with the warm oil throughout the procedure. It is allowed to retain for about 30 to 45 minutes, and after completion of the process, the oil is removed, followed by the dough, and the part is massaged gently if required. Care shall be taken that skin is not exposed while removing the oil at all during the procedure. The procedure is done once daily for 1, 2, or 3 weeks as required, and if necessary, the courses may be repeated after a gap of 1 to 2 weeks. With this, we come to conclusion of today's session, where we have covered Samyak, Ayog, and Atiyog Lakshan and their Chikitsa of Svedakar, and the diet and regimen required, as well as introduction to Sthani Basti. In the coming session, we will be covering various types of Sthani Basti and the detailed procedure and benefits, as well as Karmukta of Svedakar. I thank you all for patiently.